I think it's really, really important that people know that smoking is dangerous and that smoking causes lung cancer in many, many people. But I think it's a misconception to believe that non-smokers can't get lung cancer. And I found out the hard way. My name is Petra. I'm 54 years old and I have been diagnosed with lung cancer at the beginning of this year in February. I'm a very keen swimmer and I was trying to train for a long distance swim, but I was getting these shoulder pains, which I assumed was because my technique wasn't good enough. I saw the GP maybe 3 months after the pain started. I was just given maybe painkillers or naproxen to ease the pain, and I started seeing physiotherapist. And because the pain did initially only get worse with swimming, I believed myself that it was to do with that. It was after about 5 months, when my pain became really severe and persistent, that I saw the GP. And again, the GP suggested it's probably muscular or musculoskeletal. I had another physio session, but then pain was so severe and a friend suggested just to book myself for a private MRI scan, and I did that. And the scan results came back and with a very conclusive result saying this is a secondary cancer. After the treatment kind of kicked in and I started to feel less pain and generally much better, I suddenly realized, yes, I was unwell. I can now tell that I was a bit more tired than I'm now, that I was fatigued, but it just crept up so slowly. I didn't realize that. All I could focus on was the shoulder pain. Yeah, I didn't pay much attention to the fatigue or tiredness because I'm a 54-year-old woman and going through menopause, having a really busy life. I wasn't surprised at all that I feel tired at the end of the day. So once I found out that it was a secondary cancer, then of course all the investigations sped up. I had to have a biopsy and then the tissue was investigated, and I found out that I've got a specific gene mutation, EGFR positive with exon 20 insertion. And this is really important, as I later realized, because nowadays there are loads of targeted treatments that can be used for very specific lung cancers. Unfortunately, for my very specific mutation, there is not a targeted therapy at the moment, which could be used as first-line treatment. So I started on chemotherapy combined with immunotherapy and radiotherapy. I was really scared, really worried about the chemotherapy because my image of chemotherapy was being really unwell with, stomach issues, mouth ulcers. I mean, I just had the worst nightmares, and I read the long list of potential side effects and was absolutely, horrified. But I actually managed to go out for walks and meet people, and was surprised that I coped relatively well. Now, I do hope that my experience and what the GP went through with me will change the attitude, and just be a bit more cautious and aware of the other symptoms that can be kind of associated with lung cancer. The other misconception is that it's the kind of respiratory symptoms that you get with lung cancer, like cough, breathlessness, having blood in your cough, something that you have heard about or read about, that many other symptoms can also be of lung cancer, like in my case, the shoulder pain, fatigue. Be mindful that cancer can present with other symptoms than what you typically think of. Just don't brush it away. If you have some kind of pain that is unexplained, just go and make sure it's investigated properly.